Hello guys, today I'm going to show you how I make my thumbnails, and if I go too fast in this then feel free to pause this video and then you can catch up. So I'm going to use two main programs, and they're called Minimator and Paint.net. I think there are two better ones, sorry about that. For Minimator I think a better one is Cinema 4D, and a better one or Blender. And another one, a better one for Paint.net is probably Photoshop, but I have to pay for Photoshop. I think it's like £8 a month or something. I don't know how much that is in dollars, but so yeah, hopefully you find this tutorial helpful and hopefully it helps you with your thumbnail making. So first thing I do when I make my thumbnails, unless I've already done it, which happens, well, you probably noticed in some of my recent videos where I've used like the same character in like the same pose, but if I want it differently then I create one. So I go into my Minimator folder. You have to install Minimator, but I just run the exe file, and then once it loads, wait for it to load, it can take a few seconds usually. You will come up with this, just make this full screen. It does actually go over the top for me, like where it says Minimator. But first thing it would be like is this. Once you get rid of that thing that always comes up when you start, you want to click on where it says add over here, and then click on character, and then it'll bring up as Steve. Sorry about that, it keeps doing that. But yeah, it'll bring up as Steve, and then where it says skin, you click where it says default and then click browse. And do not import a picture of like your skin. Make sure you import it of the skin layers. So by skin layers I mean like the one where it shows the head, the legs and the trousers, like stuff like that, or shorts, whatever. So yeah, you want it like that, not just one whole thing like this Steve over here. So my one is that one. I might rename it, but I've actually changed my name, so yeah, I have to rename it sometime, but I know what it is though. So once you've done that, you click open and it bring up your character like this. It's got a bit of the black on the side. I don't know why, but it's just got that, and on the other side. But you don't have to worry about that. So normally it would just look like this, and to zoom in you just use the mouse scroll. You go forwards or up and then backwards or out for going backwards. And you want to click on this timeline down here, it says timeline. Click where this like black marker is, and then it put one there. It's either pink or just a different colour, and then you get brought up with this. And so if you wanted to select a part, well, this is all, you have to click up there. You can either pick right leg or click on here, which is easier, but for all of it you have to do this. You can't use control or shift or anything, you have to click on the all button. So first thing I'm going to do is do my left arm, so you click on there again or on that one, and then you can rotate it like that, or you can do it on here. And then normally once you got all, I just open these, so scale, rotation and position. But if you select the left arm or right arm or the legs or whatever, it will come up with this where it says bending, and that means it's just going to bend like that. Don't worry, it won't only be like that, you can move it around. You can do it like that, you can bring it up a bit. It might look a bit weird if you do too much though, if you do it like that, but most of the time you wouldn't see that unless you're like on the back of your character, which I don't do. I haven't done well while making this tutorial. So if you want it like so it comes out and then in, if you know what I mean, you just do that, and then maybe add a bit more bending, a bit more, so it's like got that. But and then you can move this a bit, the first rotation thing like that. Yeah, you could do that, or you can just do it like that, and then it's forwards. Just a reminder, scroll is forwards or backwards. It does actually say up here, camera left click, circle around, which means move around, mouse wheel zoom. Right click, look around. I don't actually use that, could come in handy though. Right click plus WASD, move around. I didn't know you could do that either, because I never really look at that. I usually know what to do. To get back up, you just do that with the mouse. So I'm gonna do it with this arm as well. So I'm just gonna, do that. Sometimes if you do Control Z, which is undo, I'm not sure if it does it for this undo, but where it says shortcut Control Z, if you forget. When you do that, it might actually move the character around. I don't know what does that. It could like bend the character or something like that. I don't know why it does that, but it just does sometimes. Must be a bug or something at the moment. Hopefully it gets fixed soon. I don't think many people use this program, but it's really good free software. Yeah, it's free, so you can get it instead of getting like Cinema 4D. You can't actually save renders in Cinema 4D with the trial, or I haven't found a way to. I did install Cinema 4D. It took a while to get. It's right here. Where is it? It's not on. Oh yeah, it's right there. Cinema 4D demo, but you can't actually save, which is annoying. But you can use Blender. I tried that before, but it just didn't work for me. And I think it's a bit hard, but Minimator is free and it's fine anyway. It works, and that's all that really matters. In Cinema 4D, I think it's just like you drag the things, just like this, really. So if you keep hearing me coughing, my voice is being a bit croaky. I'll move around here just to see what it's like. Put that up a bit. You might see some black lines. I can't actually get onto here, but you might actually see some black lines like on the arms. You might want to change the bending a bit. It does that sometimes, I think. Yeah, you can do that. I want to get back to the default view. How do I do it? I forgot. I'll zoom out and then I'll go down. Sorry for this. Okay, I'm back now. I have used this for a few weeks, about a week or two, but I still don't know everything about this, especially more of the advanced options I don't know. But you can untick these boxes, show x-axis and y and z. But yeah, I'm gonna have them all ticked if you just want to see what it looks like. If you want to see what it looks like, you can just click OK and then click on this keyframe thing again. And yeah, all I'm doing is posing the character. I'm not actually making a animation. It's called Minimator for like animator, but Minecraft, so it's called Minimator. I quite like the idea, but I'm not actually doing an animation. As I said, I'm just doing the position, like the posing. Oh, I need a drink here, sorry. Oh, there we go. Just check and see if this is doing. Sometimes it doesn't work. But I'm going to continue doing this. Looks a bit weird. I did a bit too much bending when I was showing you stuff. So I'll get it back forwards. I'm only going to do a simple pose. If you want to know how to do more advanced ones, I suggest you watch some tutorials, especially by Ski Dude. He does a few, I'm pretty sure that's his name. They're quite helpful, so yeah, check him out. If you want me to do an in-depth tutorial, I could do, maybe when I'm a bit better at this. Put the bending up a bit. But I'm going to do it like he's getting ready to punch or something. Moving around like that. Maybe you can go on that arm and then see what it's like on here. So 7 on this one, I have to do -7. And -18, I have to do 18 on here. So yeah, it's like that. I think you do anyway. Yeah, you do. Might be a bit off. Rotation is 0 on this one. Make it 0 on this one as well. You can just double click here and sometimes it goes to 0. I think it just depends how you do it, like in line. but that doesn't look right to me. 0, that doesn't look right. 62 bending. Maybe that's why. Yeah, that's why. So minus 18, 18. Sorry if I'd taken a while with this. I actually thought it'd be quite quick, since I'm doing a simple pose. You don't have to get it exact, but I suggest you do, because it'll probably look better. Now I'm going to rotate his head. You can't actually do bending on this. It would probably be a bit weird. If you want to make eyebrows, I'll show you how to do that later. How I do it in my thumbnails. I recently found out. It's not in my animator though, it's in paint.net, and I'll show you that. But I just move his head around. Just like that. You can move his hair, but I don't know why you want to. It looks a bit weird. See, that's what I mean, it does that randomly. You have to do Control Y to get it back. And just get this at 0. There we go. I'll move his head around a bit. I'll just leave it at -1. And then I'll have it like that. And then you can do his body. And that would just move it forwards and backwards and around. I don't think you do this though, but and you could do that. Like he's dancing in an animation. If you want to do an animation, by the way, you just keep creating keyframes. The first one, it's like here, and then the second one it could be like here. Just do a small bit every time, and then you can make an animation. I've never made an animation before, only a walking one, and that's by making another keyframe and then right clicking this first one, create walking by animation by next keyframe. And don't worry, I'm going to change the background and I'll show you how to get it so just the skin is on there, on the picture. Obviously including the title and stuff. I'm going to go back onto this. I'll actually make it better. Yeah, I'm only doing this basic one, so make sure you do watch a different video. I'm just going to keep it like that. You can obviously bend it, bend his legs like that. It might look a bit weird if you do that. So you want it something like that, so it doesn't show that other bit. And obviously you don't have to have it bended backwards, you can always bend it forwards so it's like that. That looks a bit weird, but you could do that. Okay, let's just say I saved it like this. So I want it like this, I mean. And in the scale, you can tick this box that says simple scaling, and then you can do that. That makes that bigger, which looks very weird. And you could do that, which looks very weird as well. And now I don't know why you want to do that. All that tiny leg. It looks like he's had something bad happening. Okay. So when you save it, it would actually show it like this. So if you want it like that, you have to move the camera. Just say I wanted to leave it like this. That's how it was. You just have it like that. You click OK. Obviously you could do the alpha, that's like how transparent it is. So the lower the more transparent it is. Oh wait, that's alpha, sorry. Wait, that's overlay alpha. Transition, I think that's just like fading in on the, if you're doing an animation. But once you've done that, you can just click OK here, and then to change the background you click on this background thing here, and then you can click on show custom background, and then while you're here just untick show ground unless you want it like that. It would do this, but where it says image, click where it says none, and then do browse. And then you might want to download like a white image. If you do a detailed background, then it'd be a lot harder later, and I don't know how to do it, especially if it's got a lot. So I'm just going to get a plain white background like that, and then he's floated, but you can change the background. So say I just wanted him like that, I can do that. And then you could use custom lighting, that'll make it a bit darker. I'll just leave it like this for now. Once you've done, you can click export a screenshot, and it will save it as a PNG file. The PNG file and the JPEG, I think the only difference is, with PNG it's transparent, and with JPEG it wouldn't save the transparency, but I don't think it matters on this. But you have to save it as PNG anyway. If you want to save it on the desktop, for me it doesn't work. It says, do I want to save it to my user folder instead? So I just save it in my D drive, whatever drive you want, and then once I've got out of this I can move it to my desktop if I wanted to. So I'll just save this as YouTube pose tutorial, save that, click enter, and then once you've done that you just click no unless you want to save it and you've done an animation. It will come up with an error, I don't know what it means, but yeah, you can do that. Obviously you can get like all this and stuff, and the rigs, like that's the cape and stuff, but I know how to use a cape differently. So next thing I'm going to show you is how to use paint.net. It might take a while to load, it usually does that, so sorry about that. So I'll just wait for it to load here. So I know how it's finished. When it's finished, I'll just see when it comes up with the blue thing around this, adjustments or file, whatever. So normally you just have a white background. You can delete that by doing Control A or Edit, deselect, I'll just do that. Edit, I think it's on that, yep, select all, or just do Control A. I think if you're on Mac you have to do Shift A, I'm not sure, I've never used Mac before. But once you've done that, come up with this checkerboard pattern. Don't worry, it won't show in the picture as long as you save it as a PNG, but I'll get into that later. So I want to import my skin, so I just get it on here, open up my Explorer thing, and then I go and find where it is. Where is it? It's around here somewhere. YouTube pose tutorial, there we go. Add layer, and then obviously it would have the white background. I could have done better with this, but again it's just a basic background. You might want to change your tolerance and stuff, just so you get around the character. I suggest like 50 or 59 or something, if you want to get all of it. Tolerance, I think moving it up just means, yeah, get more of it. But I don't actually want it like that, I want it so it doesn't get the hands, just, it deletes the background, so the white bit. So just press delete and then it would do that. You can delete that, that's fine. Go to image, you could do this first if you want. Canvas size, you can put it 1080 by 720, but I always have it at 1920 by 1080. I think that just means like 1080p. Yeah, but yeah, then you can drag that down and stuff. So once you got that, if you want to add like the eyebrows and stuff, like I said, you just want to get the brush, and I'll just have it at 5 for now. And then you just want to create a line to make it like precise, like so it's completely diagonal. Normally it would be like this, but to get it straight you just do that, hold shift, and then it would do that. You're a bit off, but you could do that. And then you can do a mouth like that. You might want to make it a bit wider, but I'm going to set the primary colour down here as white. Actually, oops, I'll leave that as white, and then I'll click where it's got deselect up here, and then I'll create a white one, make that white again, and then do it down here. Obviously you can move that round and stuff. But yeah, you can make a smiley face if you want. Make sure you make the top bit, you can make that go down as well if you want. But I'm just going to leave it like this for now, just a straight face. And he's got an angry face, so it actually looks a lot better than just having it as like there's no mouth or eyebrows or anything, so it doesn't look plain. I can picture that without the mouth, and it does look awfully a lot better if you put a mouth and stuff. But obviously you don't have to if you don't want to. If you've got a mouth already on there, then you don't have to do that. Possibly even eyebrows if you got them. That's all I do with facial bits. I'll just set that primary colour back to white, black. If you want to know what that is, that's secondary. So to change the background, I'm just going to import a picture, I'm going to go to my downloads. I'm gonna get just a MCSG Par 72 map, and then to put this underneath, you just click where it says move layer down, control click to move layer to bottom. I didn't actually know that. And then you just want to resize it to so it goes like that. If you want to keep the aspect ratio like that so it doesn't look weird like that, then you got to hold control, shift, sorry, not control. And yeah, and then you could do that. And then as you can see, it's got the white checker background, but you don't actually see it on top of this, which is good. If you create new layers to do the eyebrows and the mouth and stuff by clicking this add new layer button, you do 3 or something, then just do merge layer down. And yeah, you could do that. But I want to add my text. Well, actually first I'm going to customize a background to how I want it. So to make it blurred out, you go to effects. You might have to download some effects. I think it's called the Atom K pack or something. I'm not sure. No, I don't even know what it is. And then you go to blurs. You might have this already. You probably have. And then go to Gaussian blur or something. Gaussian blur. I don't know. Set out to like 25 or something. See how that looks. There we go. I could make it more blurred out, but I'll just leave it like that for now. And then you can add a drop shadow to the character. I think you need an effect pack for this. You just search paint.net effect packs or something. And then you go to object. You could do object line and then vertical bottom if you want. So I'll make it like centered, I think. But go back to effects. And then go on to object, and where it says drop shadow, you might have to like search drop shadow effect plugin or something. You can have black around it, or you can just blur it out like that. You can have a white one, whatever you want. You can have a pink one if you wanted to. If you want to do like a special effect, you could change the winding radius. You probably don't want it like that, or like, well, like that. That would be just normal. You can't really see that. Just to set it as normal, just click this reset button, this arrow pointing left. Yeah, then you could do that. Again, I apologise if I cough a lot. So I'm gonna, like, if you've seen on my previous thumbnails, I got like this orange background covering the thumbnails. So what you want to do is download like this vignette thing. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm gonna get one here. Go on my YouTube thing. This is where I save all my things. And that's just like the it's just like that. So it's got dark green around that, and then it gets lighter in the middle. You can create one. You just fill it with like whatever you want. You can change the colour after. I'll show you in a minute. Just use a paint bucket and fill it, and then you can use a gradient. The gradient, this one. Make sure it's selected, and then you can do that. But once you got that, you want to move it down. But don't worry, you will see the background. Click on this properties button. You can change the opacity like that if you wanted to, but how I do it is I just click on where it says mode normal and then click on multiply, and it would do that. To change the colour, you can either download a different colour one or make your own, as I said. But if you want to change the colour on here without downloading anything, just do Control Shift and U, and that'll bring up this box, hue / saturation. And then you can change this. You can make a really nice blue or something, or like a red like I do in my videos, a bit orangey like that. I'll just keep it as blue. I only have it as like orange or red because it goes well with my skin, and that's how I like it. That's what I did in my banner. I use the same background, by the way. Yeah, I'm just going to get a nice blue one. Obviously you could change the lightness and the saturation to make it like that. Remember, you can reset it like that, but I'll just leave it like that for now. And if you do that, you won't see it. If you do that, it'll be over the character, which I don't like, but you can do that if you wanted to. You can always blur out this character a bit, just a tiny bit, going back to Gaussian blur. I'll just pronounce it as that for now, 2 or something. yeah, I'll just leave it like that for now. You can fiddle that and adjust it as you want it to be. So once you've done that, you want to add some text. Make sure you click on add layer every time. If you drag a file in or just do file open, then you can either add a new layer or open it. Don't worry, it won't replace it with all this. It would just open another one here that you can copy and back onto here. But you have to make a new layer. If you copy it and paste it on here, you have to make a new layer. But I'll just do it on here for now. So yeah, you can add a new layer and then it would just make a new layer. Make sure you do that every time you add something on here, because if you don't, like if you had this and the colour thing, then it would just mix together and it wouldn't really be good. Like merge layer down, it could do that. And then if you wanted to change a character, it could, like the blur, it could affect the background as well. So make sure you make a new layer. If you want it to be underneath, just move it down. Or move it up, move layer up. So to add the text, you just click this T here, text shortcut T, you can do that as well. Click on there, and then you can just make it however you want. Just I'll put it as 192, there we go. Then you get your font. You can get loads of fonts, which I recommend from thefont.com. It's a really good website. We suggest watching videos of good thumbnails if you want to do that as well. And then I'm just going to use one, I think it's pronounced Babus. I can use Babus new, but I'll just use Babus. So I'll just put in tutorial. Don't worry, it will look like this now, but you can change it. And if this was with the character in the same layer, it moves the character as well when you move the text. You can go to deselect that, and then you can go to effects, object align, and then vertical top. It will be at the top like that, but to move it down, you can do this, hold shift and then make a line down, just have it around like that, and then you can move it down. Don't worry, it will move the black lines unless you make a new layer, but then you can zoom in and use this magic wand tool, and then select it like that, tolerance 0, and then click delete. Same with the other one. Use magic wand tool and do delete, or how shift then, or control. The out has actually gone, so I'll just make it again. Sorry about that. My coughing's so annoying. Yeah, I'll just leave it like that for now. Obviously you can do what I said, but yeah, just leave it like that. Suggest you make new layers so it'd be easier to use. Then just delete the line layers. To make it like with a gradient or something, actually you can, I'll make it again. If you want it like this, you can have it like this. Make sure you deselect, or if you wanted to put something over there, you see it would only put it in this selection. So you want to deselect, and then you can do that, or you can bold it and then do that, which I think looks better. Just make it wider. Pretty sure you know what bold is. But yeah, to make it like with a gradient, you don't have to zoom in that much. Just select about like 59 tolerance, and then hold shift and click on one of these letters. If you just click on one without shift, it will do that. If you hold control, it will get them separately, but just to get them all, you do shift like that. Make sure you're on this text layer. If you're on this, then it will mess up like that. So you want to go on the text layer and then select it, and then click on where it says gradient over here, or you can do G. I think there's actually another one for G, I'm not sure. I think it was up here somewhere, but I don't know. It might be an S actually. Rectangle select and lasso select. And magic wand tool is that as well. And the ellipse select. It's actually quite a lot the same. So you just keep like clicking S, or pressing S until you get to the right one, or you could just click up here, which I usually do. To get a gradient, again you want to select that, and then normally it will be on linear, which would be like this. If you want it to be like that, you can do that, but if you want to change colours, just set the first one as, I don't know, yellow, and then the second one as grey, not grey, orange, sorry. And again hold shift, and that'll just make it like this. You won't be able to do it like that. It's basically like a grid, I guess. But yeah, what you can do, this one, linear reflected, that's like the ones you can see on some thumbnails. That's like, so it starts yellow in the middle and then it gets orangey, whatever, on the outside, like that. Or you can use this diamond. I don't really like it, but you can use it. Radial, you can use that as well. I like that. I think a lot of people do that. It's like there's a circle in the middle. Or you could do conical, I think that's how you pronounce it. It looks a bit weird to me, but you can do that. Or the spiral clockwise, or counterclockwise, or anti-clockwise, whatever you want to say. However you want to say it. But I'm just going to use this linear reflected. And you can change your colours. You can make it blue and light blue, something like that. If you want it reversed, just click on this button here, swap colours, and it would do that. Just click it again to swap it once more, and you could keep doing that however you want. Black and white, you could do that as well. Click on that button. Okay, so once you got that, it would look like this, quite plain. But you can go to effects, make sure you're on the layer and deselect it. Unless you selected the whole thing, I guess that could work, but just deselect it so it works for sure. Go to effects, object, drop shadow, and then it would add a drop shadow like this, because I did a drop shadow earlier. If you haven't done like a center both or something, you click on effects and it would put like repeat drop shadow, whatever you did last, whatever effect you did last. You can click reset and make it like that. I'll just keep it like this for now. You can set it to white or something, but I'll just have it like black for now. If you want the top bit white, it can be a bit confusing. You might have to keep watching the video to actually find out. I suggest you don't hold shift, because it would just do that. So you want to select it without shift or control. I don't know what controls it does. I think it just adds, or you could do add union and it would add as well. And then you just select this top part and then make a new layer, and then do Control C on the new layer, and then Control V on that. And then once you deselect that, oh, I think I've done it wrong. Oh yeah, move this down. So once you deselect, wait, I'm confused, sorry, I have to do it again. See what I mean? You do get confused, or I get confused. So make a new layer, make it go down. I think you do that. No, I'm messing up still. Let me get it back to like this, there we go. Select it again, just in case. So select that top part, and then move this down. Control C and Control V. There we go. That works. So Control C on the layer you just added, and make sure it's underneath the text layer, and then go on the text layer and do Control V, and then it would just make this bit invisible. Don't worry, you can do Control Z just to make you do that to make sure it works, and then go to do Control Shift and U again. Set that to the original 0. That's how it is now. Obviously you can change that if you wanted to, but I'll just change the lightness to 20, and then you see it has like that at the top, the bit you selected. It would have it a bit whiter at the top, lighter. You can't really notice that, and it does affect the drop shadow, but from a distance you can't really see it that much. You might just be able to merge the layer and then do repeat drop shadow. Yeah, there we go. You could do that. It would be a bit thicker, but yeah, you can do that. So that's it really. You can add some other stuff like the Minecraft logo. You just drag that in, and again click add layer, and you can make lines like this. You can either make it like that, you can make it like that, dotted, dashes, whatever, and then dot dash dot, just stuff like that, dash dot dot, and then dash. But I'll just leave it like this for now. You can add like the creeper logo for MCSG or whatever. If you want it, I'm not really going to go in depth with this, but if you want me to make a tutorial on how to do banners and profile pictures, and you can ask if you want that, then please say so in the comments. I might be able to do that sometime soon. But if you want it as a banner, you have to open like a banner template, just like the black lines, and then put that at the start, like before you've done any of this. And then you want like the character and everything you want in the banner inside that middle black square. And then once you upload it, you obviously want to make it invisible, that black layer, or just get rid of it. Make sure you didn't crop it or anything to the black things, and then once you upload it to YouTube on the banner, then you can make it would just originally be where the boxes would be, so it's very handy to do that and make your life a whole lot easier. And that helped me because I used to struggle so much with doing them. I used to have white or something around them because I couldn't do it properly, or just more the background. So yeah, that's really it for this tutorial. So yeah, you can add the MCSG logo, gold creeper. Yeah, that's it really. Oh yeah, I forgot. You can add the cape. So you want to go to I'm not sure what it is. I think it's I'm not even sure. I think it's you go to Optifine and then you get the cape and then you could crop it. But it will show the back and the front. You can just crop it like that. I don't remember how I did it. If I find out and I remember, then I'll hopefully say that in the comments. So yeah, drag the cape in you want, your cape or whatever you want. If you're doing this with someone else, then yeah, you could do that. And normally it'd be like this. You don't want it like that because it would look weird. So you just want to keep making it go down, just underneath the character like that. And then you can do that. So you can see like a cape down here. Or you can hold right click and then you can just drag it around if you want it like that. I think it does look a bit weird like this, but I mean I do it, but I don't know how to make it any better, to be honest. If you know how to make it better with that, then please say so, and that'd be appreciated. I don't actually like that black thing. Just go to object. You can do drop shadow with the feather thing. The blur thing, but I'm gonna go to feather. And then I'll turn this feather radius up, and then you can move the effect strength up as well, but I'm just gonna have it at 0. It'll create like a mini blur thing around it. I don't know if you can see that. It'd be like that. You could just see the blue and stuff. It creates just like a blur thing around it, a feather basically. And you can go to effects, object, outline object. So again, you might need a plugin for this, and then you can just do that with strength, and it would just be like a drop shadow. I'll just have it as 2, like that. Obviously you can make the cape longer. Make sure you hold shift again, unless you don't want to, you can just do that. But yeah, you can do that. So yeah, that's it really. If you like this thumbnail tutorial, then please share it with your friends and drop a like. But I'm just going to show you how to save it. If you want to save it as like a template, then you can go to file, save as. So as a template, you want to save it as save as type paint.net file, and then you can just save it as like whatever it is, like MCSG, or you can put MCSG template or something, and then when you come back you can delete the background and change it like that. Or you can change your character, but if you change your character you might have to make it again. But to save it so it's got the transparency like with the character, if you save it as a JPEG, there will be a white background around the character, so save it as a PNG and that'll save the transparency. You can see white on here, but it's actually transparent. So yeah, you just click save here, save it as what you want, YouTube tutorial thumbnail, and then you click save, and then bring up this. Normally I think it'd be on auto detect, just save it as 32-bit. I'm not sure how you get that. Oh, make sure you make it 8-bit if you want to do this, transparency threshold and stuff like that, but just save it as 32, which I think is the best. Make sure this is under 2.0 megabytes, 2 megabytes, because if it's over, YouTube would say it's too big and you can't use it. It would say preview file size 1.3 megabytes, and that is fine, that's the right size. If you want to see what the size is without going out of this, just look down there, 1920 by 1080, that's how I want it, and then click OK, and then it would say it would come up with this. Just click flatten or cancel, and that would save it. Once you've done flatten, the image would be flattened and then saved. You'll be able to undo the flatten operation after this, saving is finished, so you can do Control Z. That'll basically merge all the layers together. If you've already merged them together, then I don't think it will come up with that. So you can come out of this. If you want to save it as a paint.net thing, then do save, and then I'll just do don't save because I don't want it like that. So you can just put it on YouTube, and yeah, that's how you make the thumbnail. So hopefully if you enjoyed this tutorial and it helped you, then please say and drop a like and share it with your friends. So yeah, hopefully this helped, and I'll see you next time.